Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Hi girls. Anyways, I don't write that. Anyways, so I'm gonna be talking about some things that have been on my heart for a while now. So let me go to my notebook and then I'll tell you guys all about it. Okay, so don't mind the lights in the back. I don't know what's wrong with them. So my lashes are popping. Let me find the page first. So guys, this is something that I asked my dad if I could speak about it. At service tonight. And she did let me, and I was like so nervous. Guys, please don't bring it to the mic. Okay, so guys, today I am going to be talking about, hold on, let me fix this. The process. And of course it doesn't do it. The process that we have to go through sometimes, to get that closer relationship to God, or things that we might be going through. I hope you guys can hear me because I don't know. I'm in your thinking. But anyways, so this week or today, I'm gonna start trying to post daily shorts, uplifting things. Also, guys, something I've been listening to because I noticed that I was drifting off a little bit because I didn't really know. I guess I wasn't getting bored. Just like something lost my attention because I wasn't spiritual discipline. I was disciplining myself to do so. So, the Honey and Grace podcast. I uplift y'all, encourage y'all to go listen to her because she has the most encouraging things, and especially for me, it's mainly, I don't know if you would put it only for girls, but there's guys that she gets on there too, so I would really love if y'all went and watch because, guys, our podcast for me was very uplifting and it's helped me. So, let's get started. Okay, guys, as I said, so today what we're going to be talking about, I will tag her in it, but she don't know me, but yeah, so, today, something that was on my heart for a week or two, so, going through the process, because I know sometimes this also has to do with, that's really getting annoying. I'm gonna go fix those lights. Fix them. Okay, so going through the process, this also has to do some things about getting in our comfort zone and not wanting to move out of that comfort zone, even though we've made it so far. So I'm going to my Bible's loading, so give me a second. My Bible's loading. Honestly, my Bible's up there. Okay. So we're in Revelations. That's some good stuff. I wouldn't recommend it unless you're fully, I'm not even fully in it, but I am fully in it. Wait, I don't know what I just said. Guys, don't listen to me. Well, listen to some. So, one thing, I'm gonna go ahead and give y'all the Bible verse that I'm going to be leaning into, or, the book of the Bible is Ecclesiastes. The verse is 3 through 2, 3, 4, and 5. So, my Bible has close. But, so I'm going to go ahead and read off my notes because I was, really nervous about this. I'm nervous. I don't really like to talk in front of people, but I feel like that's my calling, so I need to work on it. So, yeah. So, anyways, 4 minutes, so it's already passed. So, today is, I'm going to be talking, this is, based on how olive oil is made in the process that it goes through and everything. And, guys, the podcast I told y'all about, actually, gave me this, I felt like I needed to also talk about this, but it's not in her way, so, but, she gave me the encouragement that I needed because I had just read on how olive oil was made and how we should be olives. Okay, so how do we be olives and what do we have to go through? So first, if you know a farmer or if you've ever been to a farmer, you know how that works. That you have to harvest and you have to do labor. So what I have to do how we start this process. All of it starts with the harvest planting, which is, this takes us right to Ecclesiastes 3. So Ecclesiastes 3, 1 and 2. To everything there is a season and a time to every purpose under the heaven. A time to be born and a time to die. A time to plant and a time to pluck up that which is planted. And before we can even pluck up that which was planted, before we can even, take the other step, before we can come up out of like the ground fully, and to be fully ready, we have to make sure that our roots are fully dug in the ground, because there is going to be enemies. There's going to be storms that are going to try to blow us on the ground, and a lot of plants don't usually make it, and that's why we have to be a influence. We need to be good influences, and also if we don't take care of our seed that we've planted in other people's lives, and plant seeds that we've planted all around us, if we don't take care of those and let the storm blow us away and let things dig us up, then we're not going to last. And I think the hardest part of the process is the very beginning of when you first plant, because you're in a waiting season. You don't start to feel growth for at least a week. You don't see the plant sprouting out of the ground for at least 1 to 2 weeks. I mean, I should know because before we started. Anyways, so this is for both genders, boy and girl. So it don't matter who's listening. I hope this helps you on what you're waiting for. I'm gonna go do something. Well, I don't have to, but I'll just continue. Okay, so there's a waiting season, a place that feels like we are going nowhere, literally nowhere. And we feel like we're going downhill. But this is the place we have to press the most. This is a place that we have to really start growing. We have to get our prayer life fixed. We have to get our faith fixed, because faith is another key. There's at least 3 keys I'm going to show you. So encouragement is key 1. We need to be encouraged. We need, I'll use this example. So we learned in Sunday school that we need a good, a person to look up to, a person to follow, a person who has a good prayer life, faith, somebody who's been through what you're going through now, who can help you walk through what you're going through. Because I know my sister and my dad and mom, pretty much anybody that has a good prayer life. So yeah. Anyways, so especially when we are planted, I know you feel like a little kid when things are planted sometimes, because you're like, why isn't it growing? Why is it not growing? And you don't see it yet, and you're just gonna stand there and you think just because you watered it, it's gonna be like those little cartoons that just pops out of the ground. Sorry kids, don't work that way. Anyways, so I might have to do part 2 because I'm a little bit. Okay, so that's where we really have to be in our waiting season, and we have to make sure that our seeds don't get uprooted. They can't be dug out of the ground. You dig them up, you'll start seeing little roots, and that's things that usually people don't see. But especially if you have a good, I'll call it a model. So if you have a good person, somebody to look up to, a good influence, you're gonna get mixed in with bad seeds. You're gonna be like the book in the Bible, the story in the Bible where it talks about where the man throws it on rocky ground, throws it on thorns, throws it in the sand, and different places, and and then he finally throws it on the right ground, and it actually helps. So when the olives are ready for harvesting, you know what harvesting is. Anyways, when the harvest, they pull back from the vines. They don't actually pull them, but they shake them, they make sure they're ready, and the olives will fall. We have to be shaken to make sure we're fully awake and ready. I know a lot of times that people are like, well, I'm already where I'm at, so why should I? And actually, that is part of what I'm going to read right quick. Because a lot of people are like, well, I'm this far. I shouldn't have to break back down. I shouldn't have to do this or that because of, because I'm not doing well. But, I mean, hold on, it's loading. I felt like that too, but then Ecclesiastes 3 a time to break down and a time to build up. And also, this is for you guys also. Why does it keep going off? Anyways, so really we need to start breaking down things that we've already built. And guys, sometimes we have to, like, even though we are close, and you're like, sometimes if we go back down out of our buildings where we've, like, you know, I could build more, but, you know, I'm comfortable on this because I've grown lazy. Sorry, had to get that out. Sorry if that offended anybody, but I'm gonna do part 2 to this because why not? But guys, I'm gonna leave you with this one thing. Guys, they're gonna be in a waiting season for a while. It could be weeks, it could be days, it could be years. Guys, I'm gonna let you know that God's gonna be with you through all of it. Even if you aren't Christian, I hope you see this, because, like, even, and I know I've heard this, God does not hate sinners. God ate with the sinners. He just didn't act like them. So, I love you guys. I'm going to do part 2, so I'll be back in just a moment.